Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off play action. Roth. Buying time to his left. And this one too low.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On third down, Roth. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They hand this off to Harris. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third down, it's Hawkins, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wrong. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up for Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Odafe Owe getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now Austin. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw on second down. Roth, flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now they'll audible to something else. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Roth. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Jackson, option right, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. The tight end in motion right. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. The strong running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Jackson now. That'll be taken in by Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 34 yards. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to finish. Now they'll change things up. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Roth. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw. Roth. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 3rd down. Roth. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some strong running. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter.
And now off to the races down the right side. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anymore because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Roth. He's got this to Pickens. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Hawkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roth. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
2nd and 11. Jackson, options out left. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.